Hello everybody, just another JASS initiative, and we're going to make some fruit scones today. So we have our ingredients and our equipment that we're going to use today. So we have, just pointed out here, we have our flour, we have our sugar, we have our baking powder, we have our raisins, we have our milk, we have our salt, we have our butter, we have some lemon juice, and we have some eggs. Okay, so we're not going to use every bit of the ingredients, and we're going to weigh out the ingredients. Okay, so flour, sugar, raisins, baking powder, egg, lemon juice, butter, salt, and some sugar. Okay, we've got our scone cutter, we've got our measuring jug, we've got our glass, we've got our bowl, and we've got our tray all ready to go. Okay, so we're going to weigh out the ingredients. Right, so here we go. Everything is weighed out. So we have our 2 pound of flour, which is 32 ounces, weighed out. Okay, we have our teaspoon here of baking powder. We have our 3 ounces of sugar here. We have our 4 ounces of butter, which is just diced up. We have our half cup of raisins. We have our pinch of salt. We have our cup of milk. We have our lemon juice, and we have our eggs. Our egg wash then for the top of the scones. Okay, before they go into the oven. So what we're going to do is now we're going to add the lemon juice here just into the milk, squeeze it in there. Squeeze it in. Okay, and we just give that a little stir. Okay, so we're going to add all of our ingredients now into the bowl, all our dry ingredients. So our baking powder is going to go in, our butter, our sugar, and our salt. So there we go, and there's all our dry ingredients and our butter in the bowl. So what we're going to do is now we're going to mix. We're going to make it like a breadcrumb texture, which used by just rubbing the butter into the flour. Okay, so we're going to rub the butter into the flour, salt, and baking powder, and we're going to make it like a breadcrumb texture. We've added in our raisins now, and we're just going to mix the raisins into our mix. Okay, so we're nearly ready now for adding in the milk. Okay, so there's our raisins. That's the way it should look in the bowl. So now our mix is ready, so we're just going to make a little bit of a hollow hole in the middle here, and we're going to add in not all of our milk, because you can't take the milk out, so we've just added 3/4 of the milk. So we're just going to mix that around, and we're going to form a ball of dough in the center of the bowl. Now that's the way our ball of dough should look. It shouldn't be too wet, it shouldn't be too dry. It should just form a nice ball of dough in the middle of the bowl. Okay, so that's the consistency there that you're looking for. Okay, so our dough is ready now to be kneaded on the flour board. So what we've done is we put some flour on our table here. We have our dough, so what we're going to do is we're just going to knead the dough. Okay, So we just bring the outside to the in, okay, and we make it form a nice ball, okay, and then we'll be ready. It probably takes about 2 minutes to form a nice dough ball, and bring the outside to the middle, the outside to the middle, okay. So this is the way that the dough should look after it's kneaded, nice and flat around the sides and on top. So our dough is ready now to be rolled out, okay. So we're just going to roll our dough out, okay, into a nice shape, you know, thick enough for the start cutting out now with a scone cutter, okay. So our dough is ready now for the scone cutter to start cutting out. So basically what you do is you start from the side, okay, and the edge, and you press down with the scone cutter, okay, and you take it and you place it on the tray, okay. Again, you press down, okay, cut through, and then you place the scone on the tray. Same again, press down, working from the outside in, okay, and place the scone down on the tray. Same here, okay. We have lovely big scones, and when you've got through, you just form the dough and back into a ball again, and then we'll possibly get another 2 to 3 scones out of this ball. So we're letting our scones relax. So we've preheated our oven up to 200 for about 10 to 15 minutes before we put the scones in, okay. So it's very important to preheat your oven before you put the scones in. So you want to put the oven on the fan, okay. So just to make sure that the oven is on the fan, and it's up to 200. When we put the scones in, after 5 minutes, we're going to lower the oven down to maybe down to 190, so that the scones don't overcook on the outside. So there you can see we got 8 king size scones and they're out of our mix, so you can see they're well shaped and well sized. So what we're going to do is now we're going to beat up our egg, which we're going to coat the top of it, and we're just going to add a tiny drop of milk into our egg wash, which will give the scones a lovely golden colour on top, okay. What we're going to do is we're just going to coat the scones with some egg wash, which will make it nice and neat. So what I've done is I rolled up some kitchen tissue nice and tight, I don't have a pastry brush, so I'm going to use some kitchen tissue just to glaze the top. So here we go, nice glaze on top of the scones. Just nicely glazed now with the egg wash. Lovely king size meat scones. Okay, so our scones are all egg washed and ready to go. So what we're going to do is now we're going to place the scones in the oven, and we're going to have a look in the oven, but we're not going to open the door. After 15 minutes we're going to check, and the scones normally take 25 to 30 minutes to cook. Okay, so we're going to place our scones now in the oven. Our 8 scones are in the oven. We've got them in nice and quickly, so we're going to close up the oven and check the scones after 15 minutes. 10 minutes, we're just having a sneak preview just in relation to see how the scones are getting on. So you can see the scones are starting to colour and cook. Okay, so we're just going to lower the oven down. There we go. There's our 8 scones out of the oven. Nice shape. They're rising a little bit as well. So there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 lovely scones. Okay, so they worked out well. So they take, normally check them after 15 minutes, and they roughly take about a half. Another way known that a scone is cooked as well after 30 minutes, you flip it over and you tap, and you hear that noise, a hollow noise, then you know the scones is cooked. Also, when you get the smell of scones cooking, and that's another indication to let you know that the scones are cooked. So again, flip this one over, that one's cooked as well. Alright, so that's just an indication to let you know when the scones are cooked. Scone up, so we put a knob of butter on the hot scone, so we're just spreading into the scone. Okay, so we're going to dress the scone up. Again, this is optional if you want. We have some fresh strawberries here. We have some fresh blueberries. So we're going to put some strawberries onto the scone, just like so. Okay, I'm going to put some fresh blueberries on the scone as well. Okay. So there we go. Scones are very popular. They can be for breakfast, and they can be for lunch, or they can be for afternoon tea. So there's a dressed scone cut in half with some butter and some strawberries and blueberries, and then we just have a plain scone. Okay, so they're just some initiatives, JASS initiatives for cooking at home. I hope you try it, and I hope you enjoy it. Okay, nice fresh scone.